Okay, hi there. Here we have a CPE writing. It's an article about the theme Small World. Here's the question. An international newspaper has asked for articles from readers on the theme Small World. You decide to write an article. You should briefly describe some of the effects of global developments in communications, such as travel and social networking. You should also evaluate the consequences of these developments. Evaluate how the consequences of these developments may affect your own country's cultural identity. Write your article. It goes without saying that the rapid emergence of globalization, as well as the advancement in communication technology, have exerted a profound impact over the world in the last century. Whether it be the removal of cultural barriers, the establishment of a global village, or simply the ease at which information can be shared online. That's a great first sentence. I like the way you start your essays with this long sentence talking about the subject, setting it out. Okay, let's see a couple of things. Okay, it goes without saying that the rapid emergence of globalization, as well as the advancement in communication technology. Let's see, I'm perfectly happy with this as well as. The problem is I've read this article and you've used it maybe 5-6 times, and you're going to have to use some more. Something like additionally, together with, in addition to, something like that, and we'll see it as we go on. The advancement in communication technology have, because these are two different things, exerted a profound impact over the world in the last century. Okay, over the world in the last century works very nicely. I think I would rather reserve this for over the last century. Yeah, over a period of time, and then in the world over the last century. Whether it be, I love this whether it be, it's something you've started to add, and it's great because you're adding a present subjunctive which is a complex structure, and you're showing clearly, hey examiner, look at me, I can use present subjunctive. Whether it be the removal of cultural barriers, the establishment of a global village, or simply the ease at which information can be shared online. That's very good. I like this, the ease at which. This is nice as well. Focusing on the overarching theme of Small World and adumbrating the possible implications of global development in communication, the arguments provided herein will evaluate the significance of such technological developments from different perspectives, namely social networking, business opportunities, and cultural hybridity. Okay, focusing on the overarching theme, great word. Overarching theme, I love that word. Covering everything. And adumbrating, great word. Explaining the positive implications of global development in communication. The arguments provided herein, great word again, will evaluate the significance of such technological developments from, and this is a mistake you shouldn't have made, different perspectives. Yeah, from different perspectives. I still want that T, please. Okay, perspective. namely social networking, business opportunities, and cultural hybridity. I think you could use hybridity. I think I might probably use the word cultural hybridization, but I think hybridity works. I'm going to put my HYBRIDIZATION, hybridization. Hybridize with an S or a Z. I'm going to leave it with the Z because I'm sure that works. Okay, great first paragraph. And then you're going to look at each of these in a paragraph, which is good. Needless to say, it goes without saying, you're repeating yourself. Yeah, I know it's another way. Let's try. So, nothing wrong with needless to say. Yeah, let's use this phrase. So, we can take it as read. And then I will put a that. Just to give you another way of doing it, we can take it as read that telecommunication empowers people to share information and communicate verbally regardless of physical distances. Okay, this sentence works, but we can certainly make it shorter, more succinct, and sound better. So empowers, I would say, empowers information sharing. And verbal needs an E, and verbal communication and verbal communication regardless of physical distances. So, what's more, this ease of communication will carry even more weight for a person who might otherwise be isolated due to the considerable distances between they, ouch, and their acquaintances. Okay, first thing, this apostrophe S, you can't use that in these essays. If you're writing an informal note to your friend, fine. But in an essay like this, let's see, you've already got some really nice formal words. Herein, adumbrating, overarching. And what's more, no apostrophe S. No contractions. What is more, this ease of communication will carry even more weight for a person who might otherwise be isolated due to the considerable distance between between them and their acquaintances. Okay, a distance between them and their acquaintances. Okay, so what is more, this ease of communication will carry even more weight. I think instead of a person, it just reads better for people who might otherwise be isolated due to the considerable distance, and then the considerable distances between them and their acquaintances. For instance, comma. Okay, I might put a colon. No. Okay, no, let's leave it. For instance, relatives and friends. Relatives and friends. Most normally in English we say friends and relatives. Friends and relatives. I was thinking about this order. It sounds more natural, friends and relatives. Relatives and friends is not wrong. So I'm going to put it this way. Friends and relatives can attend ceremonies of paramount importance, such as weddings, even though they are on another continent. Okay, good. Even though they may be, even though they are, it works. I think it reads nice. Even though they may be on another continent. Ceremonies of paramount importance. It reads quite nicely. Approximately 60% of the global population have access to the internet. So, have. Nothing wrong with access to the internet. Internet access. It's nice if you can get noun collocations. Yeah? Access to the internet's okay. Internet access. The noun collocation sounds better and are thereby, good word, capable of exchanging and sharing ideas with others globally. So, with others, to verbose with others, and sharing ideas globally. It's just more succinct, more to the point. And sharing ideas globally. I like the thereby, definitely. Business opportunities. Globalization, as well as e-commerce, can undeniably benefit all businesses and improve the overall economic outlook of a country. Here we go. As well as. By providing more business opportunities. Okay, so globalization, together with e-commerce, can undeniably benefit all businesses. Okay, all businesses. I think I might just say all business uncountable, but business is okay. And improve the overall economic outlook. I like this, overall economic outlook. Economic outlook, noun. This is good. Of a country. And as well, so the, and additionally, is that spelt right? I think so. So, and additionally provide more business opportunities. Let's find a better word than more. Innovative, new, novel. Let's put the word novel. I think maybe better innovative. Yeah? Yeah, much better than just more. Okay? The development in communication technology has provided companies ranging from independent local businesses to large multicultural corporations with platforms whereby cross-border deals and negotiations have been possible notwithstanding, good word, the considerable distances between nations. Okay, this reads fine again. So, the development in communication technology. So, let's make this a noun structure. Whoops. So, communication technology development. Maybe let's make developments, because these are new things. Have, because I've made it have, provided companies ranging from local independent businesses. Let's change this word businesses, because we've got lots of word businesses here. Local independent retailers, local independent wholesalers. Let's put retailers. Local independent, so independent local retailers. Independent local retailers to large multicultural corporations with platforms whereby cross-border deals and negotiations have been made possible, notwithstanding the considerable, I think you used considerable distance before with these weddings. Considerable, let's use another word. Yes, notwithstanding the immense distances involved. Just reads better. Not only are companies enabled to operate and exploit resources on a worldwide scale, but by using such technologies effectively, customers are also provided with a broader selection of products. So, not only are companies enabled, I would put this slightly differently, not only does this enable companies to operate and exploit resources on a worldwide scale, but so not only does this enable companies to operate and exploit resources on a worldwide scale, but also by using such technologies, effectively, customers are also provided with a broader selection of products. Good. A merchant can reach millions of potential customers with a few keystrokes. I like this word, keystrokes. And meanwhile, okay, I'm going to take this and here. And meanwhile, I think I'd take out the and, because you've got your sentence starting with and further down. A merchant can reach millions of potential customers with a few keystrokes. Meanwhile, buyers are blessed with a tremendous number of products to winnow from, each to their own. So a merchant can reach millions of potential customers with a few keystrokes. Meanwhile, while customers are blessed with a tremendous number of products to winnow from, each to their own. Each to their own. Each person to their own thing. Each to their own. Is this valid as a sentence on its own? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, one other thing I'd like to try recommending that you include in your articles is a semicolon. Yeah? It's a good way of joining two sentences. This is why I was asking, is each to their own a valid sentence on its own? I know it doesn't have a verb, but each person to their own thing. Yes, each person to their own thing. Yeah, I think each to their own. There's a sentence on its own. Yeah, it does stand fine as an independent sentence, I think. Let's see. This semicolon, all you need is that both things separated are full sentences. Yeah? Try and use at least one of these per essay. It's a nice little thing. It says to the examiner, hey, look, I know how to use a semicolon. Yeah? You'll find that most native speakers don't know how to use these. Yeah? Okay, so and it's just a nice little extra. Yeah, because this is something different and an extra bonus that you can get. Conclusion. In these major ways, the development in communication technology, you've used this phrase before, innovations in communication technology, I'm going to put innovations. I know I used innovative earlier, but at least we're using the noun this time. Innovations in communication technology, so that's going to have to be have provided us with the opportunities. So, provided us with, lose the us with, have provided the opportunities. Lose the, have provided the opportunity, the opportunities, the opportunity to communicate remotely with friends and relatives, lighted up our lives with pleasure and excitement, boosted the global economy, and brought us all closer together. And more crucially, that's why I took out the comma and before, because this one, it shows really clearly that you understand what you're using. And more crucially, widespread telephone and internet access. So, widespread. Let's just add a tiny wider spread. Wider spread telephone and internet access. And we got another as well as here. And more crucially, wider spread telephone and internet access. I'm going to leave the as well as globalization. Okay, let's try this. In tandem with globalization, and more crucially, widespread telephone and internet access in tandem with globalization can contribute, this can's a bit weak, will definitely contribute to the fusion and exchange of cultural values from different countries. Will contribute to the fusion and exchange of cultural values from different countries. So, will contribute to the fusion and exchange of cultural values from different countries, the convergence of traditions, and, Oxford comma, the construction of a global village wherein advanced international telecommunication has enabled people to communicate effectively regardless of the traditional cultural boundaries. That's a very good sentence. I like this wherein, it's really good. Regardless of traditional, of the, this "the" is okay, and I know "the" is a problem for you. "The's" fine. I might take it out, but it's perfectly good there. Very good. And then, as Herbie Hancock put forward, okay, so here you come to your quote, and I quite like it. Put forward. I think I'm just going to say put it. As Herbie Hancock put it, globalization, nothing wrong with put forward, put it. Globalization means we have to re-examine some of our ideas and look at ideas from other countries. So, I think I want to add some of our own ideas. It gives more of this idea of looking internally and look at ideas from other countries, from other cultures, and open ourselves to them. And to do this, developing communication technology is a vital step to take. So, okay, your punctuation is quite right. So, put it, globalization means we have to re-examine some of our own ideas and look at ideas from other countries, from other cultures, and open ourselves to them. So I'd like to make this sound better. Let's see. And to do this, you could. It's getting too long, and I'm starting to get lost with the cohesion. Um. Okay. Achievement of this goal. ACHI before E, sorry. Achievement of this goal. Is it this goal or these goals? I'm going to put these goals. Whoops. Hinges on the development of communication technology. Hinges And let's keep your vital step as well. The to take, I want to lose. So, a vital step towards the achievement of these goals hinges on the development of communication technology. Yeah, okay, so this is a great essay again. I like what you've written. It reads very well. A couple of little accuracy errors with is something a subject or an object? Yeah. I think it was different. I can't remember the other one, but there are a couple more like that. This one here is a bit of a clanger. Okay, let's see. So, did you answer the question? The effects of global developments in communication, such as travel and social networking. So, the question of travel you certainly haven't mentioned. And you've got to be very careful to try to answer the question. Okay. How the consequences of these developments may affect your own country's cultural identity. You haven't really gone into the changes in your own country's cultural identity as well. So it's a very important thing to answer the question and answer everything in the question. I think probably out of 2, or no, let's do it out of 10. I think to answering the question, I think I'm going to give you a 7 for answering the question. Okay. Range of sentences and range of different types of structure, complex sentences. I think this is something you're very good at. And you're writing great long sentences. I think I would probably give it 9. There's also a great range of different structures. 9, yes, sometimes you'll go a little bit over the top. Range of vocabulary, really, really good. And you haven't used any of it wrongly. I think I'm probably going to give you a 9 here as well. I think if you could nail more of the noun collocations, it would be better. There's usually nothing wrong with the noun preposition noun ones, but in places it sounds better. Okay, cohesion. How well does it fit together? It fits together very nicely. It hangs together and it's easy for me to read. I think one problem is you've used this cohesive device as well as too many times, and you've got to use a better range of them. Yeah, in various places you're repeating too much. You need to find more synonyms for things. Cohesion, 8.5. Yeah, cohesion and cohesiveness. But the sentences hang together very nicely as well. What's the next one? Yes, accuracy. Your accuracy in this case has been actually very good. It's been much better than normal. I know I've been moaning about different, and there was another one here as well, this them, that was it. And there was another one further down near the end. Different again. I think I'm going to give you a 9 in accuracy. I think your accuracy has been very good. I think if you'd not put these, I think I might have given you even more for it. So it's a very good essay overall. It's a shame you didn't quite answer the question. I think it's also a shame with too many as well as is. It's a good essay overall. What am I going to give it overall? I think I'm probably going to give it an 8, maybe an 8.5. It's a great, it's good work. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. So an article for CPE writing.